Hey everybody. Starting another day working on the house. So today we're going to try and get this interior wall done and probably do a little bit of work at the bar to afford that. And then we will start working on the roofing. I think that's a good idea. Or at least getting prepared today and get our supplies together. So first off, we kind of got to deal with what we got left over because we got a lot of junk here. We have this half brick, and I guess for now we'll just leave that. Ooh. We can throw this guy out. I don't want to have to keep track of him. Besides, we'll get a little bit of scrap money for that. And so for now, we don't have much money. Let's head into town and we can work, I think breeze blocks, which is what we're going to need for the interior wall, are about 8 or 9 pounds. But we'll need more money than that anyway, because if you guys remember, if we're going to start roofing, we're going to need to buy roof shingles and a ladder, and so I think we should work the whole day because that'll probably be enough for everything we're going to need. Let's work as much as we can. 32 pounds, pretty good actually. Head on home, or at least to our camper. So we're just taking care of business. Getting off the bus. So yeah, here we are, home. Let's take a shower. You know, we deserve that. Had a long day. Get to sleep. Oh, let's see how much we got for that little half a brick. 3 cents. It's about right. It's about right. All right. So let's head over to the phone booth. Let's place an order for those breeze blocks. These guys. And we could get a ladder. Actually, while we're here, we'll need a ladder and we will need a work platform too. I know it doesn't seem like it. We can't put that in this order, but there might be a way to get around using a work platform, but to get to the top bricks on that wall over there, that one, we're gonna have to use a platform or something. So for now, we're just gonna be working on that, and then towards the end of the episode, we'll get more towards the roof. But the roof should be pretty quick. I definitely don't do anything to OSHA standards. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to use scaffolding. The game has a whole scaffolding system. I've used it before. To be honest, most of the time what I wind up doing is just putting a ladder up the side of the house and jumping on the roof. Definitely not what I'm supposed to do, but saves me the money and the time of scaffolding. Definitely when we do free build and we have like multiple stories, I'm going to have to do that. For now, we can just leave the ladder here. But for now, in the game, I'm not going to work with scaffolding. You guys can check that out when I do the free build update. Which I have to figure out what kind of content I'm going to highlight. Because I definitely want to do like a kind of a creative build. Which I know this game is supposed to be about... Oh, gotta go bigger with these. Game is supposed to be about, working to rent a property out. But I'd love to just try and see what I could create with the confines of the game. And maybe I don't know if I'll build that on camera, because that would be a really long video. Probably that I don't know if I'd be able to narrate that much. That would might destroy my voice, but I could at a minimum definitely just show you guys whatever I end up building. But right now we're just laying these breeze blocks down. I think these are just cinder blocks. I don't know. I mean, if you can't tell enough by my voice and what I'm talking about, I'm an American, so I don't know a ton about European construction or British construction methods and materials. I mean, I know it's not that different. It's not like, there's completely different methods compared to American methods, but I think that the naming, it's actually interesting. The naming is a little different. We have cinder blocks, and from what I can tell, these look like cinder blocks, just without the hollow spots. Anyhow, I think we're going to need to grab that work platform because, as you can see, it's getting hard for me to place the mortar down. So let's get one of those ordered. Almost out of money again. Hopefully we'll start getting more of an income once we start renting the house out. But that's actually, not that far away. But we will need to finish all the building tasks before we can start furnishing. And furnishing is incredibly expensive. I might, off camera, do some just grind dishwashing for days and days to get enough money that we can decorate this place.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
So, let's grab the little work platform we got here. Not gonna lie, seems a little expensive. £10 that's alright, I guess. Not like I can avoid using it. I'm gonna work on this, grab 4 blocks or so. Should be able easily to finish this wall with just this one pallet that we had bought. But yeah, so, this game, it really, it's not, I wouldn't say that it gets much more complicated the more you play it. It's not like there's a huge difficulty. There isn't much of a difficulty curve, but you certainly do have to learn kind of some tips and tricks with time. You're not going to get all of that on day one. Like the first time I played this, I had no idea that you could pass time in the bathrooms. Because, intuitively, that's not something you think about. But with time, you figure it out. Anyway, another game, which I was actually thinking I could play on the channel, as I was talking about last episode, is The Long Dark. Maybe you've heard of it, probably. It's pretty well known. They just came out with their final episode of Story Mode. And I've already played through it myself, but I think it, maybe a playthrough on the channel would be kind of fun. Just because I don't know how, but I corrupted my save file when I played through it the first time, and it kind of ruined it. Because I didn't get to, it didn't play the ending or anything. I couldn't progress anymore. Kind of sucked. But that gives me all the more reason to want to do a playthrough on the channel. So if you guys want to see that, then say something. I know there's probably not a lot of you, well, there are definitely not a lot of you out there yet. There may never be, but... Oh, crap. Not sure what I just did, but I definitely just wasted 2 of those blocks. There we go. Really not trying to waste anything here, but I guess we'll have to get our work platform, actually. I can't seem to reach that. But yeah, 1 more block, and we will have, I think, finished up our... Yeah, that's going to be the interior brick wall, which is like a structural support wall. You can see there's a metal beam up there. That's going to be finished. So now I think we're going to look at getting ready to do some work on the roof. So first step, I want to grab a ladder here. And I want to very carefully, if you do this wrong, you can break the wall. And I don't want to do that Okay, that's a little too far. There we go. So here we are. We're on the roof. Now, there's this old tarp. So let's untie these and get these stakes out of here. And we can... Oh, God, this thing's big. Can go and chuck this thing in the trash. Not going to need that anymore. Now we can get a better look at the roof. And as we can see, it doesn't look great. You know, there's definitely some shingles missing. We're missing some timbers here entirely, and I'm guessing that's why they patched that section. So we're going to need to order 3 things. We're going to need some tarred lumber. We're going to need these rounded shingles, and we're going to need regular shingles. So in order to be able to do all of that, you really don't need any tools besides a hammer for roofing, but it is going to be kind of costly. We only have 99 cents, and we don't even have a ton of energy for today. We only have, 37% because I've been doing a lot of work. But let's work as much as we can today, and we're going to have to work, I'm going to guess, a full day tomorrow. And after that, see, you can only do 12 pounds worth. Which is, it's actually not horrible. Something. Probably enough to buy, I'm gonna guess, maybe just the roof shingles that we need. But I know the tarred lumber that we have to use is gonna be a bit more. So let's do a day's work tomorrow. And after that, we will work on actually installing the roof stuff. So I know it's a little early. It's only like 1600, nearly 1700. But let's get to sleep. And we keep getting these job centers. There are, I believe, 3 jobs that you can do in the town, and I'll probably make maybe 3 short episodes out of each of those, or maybe I'll combine them, because they're not, most of these episodes so far have been about, just turns out the first 2, and I this one probably will work out to be about, or I'm sorry, this is episode 4, yeah. So the first 3 were about 20 minutes exactly, which I did not, that was not by design. I just stopped when I felt like I had finished, and it just so happened that was about 21 minutes every time. But this time, I think if we did those episodes, they'd be probably more like 10 minutes each. And, maybe if I released like 2 of those, or, if I released them more frequently, maybe that would make more sense. Trying to get one of these out, whenever I can, really. Once a day would be great, but I'm busy. I don't know if I'll have time for that. I've pre-recorded some of these just because I've had the time, and I've wanted to make the content. Because I do, I genuinely enjoy playing this, obviously. How couldn't you? But let's... So, back to the game. Let's head home for the night. Then in the morning, we'll order some of our roofing supplies. And, maybe we'll get started. We have a little bit of money to our name now. No, not a ton, but, enough. You can actually see on the bottom left, it's already been 12 in-game days, which is kind of... Actually, well, let's take a shower. Actually sounds about reasonable. So there we go. Let's head over to this payphone, and let's order some timber and some roof shingles. See what we got going. So yeah, the roof tiles itself, not expensive, so we can buy those. And then we're also gonna need, we could do reclaimed. Yeah, I think, well, no, we're gonna go with timber. You know, because I think it's going to be a real pain in the behind to repair the roof. So I'd rather splurge an extra £5 for some timber that's not going to do that. I also just prefer the large timbers because there's less to maintain and less to replace, and then they have a little bit more durability. So, wait for Winston to pull up, and then we can get our supplies here. Ooh. There we go. These curved roof pieces are really cheap, actually. I think they're only about £1. I mean, it only includes, I think, 5 or 6 of them, but still. Considering you get about 60 roof tiles, these, the pallets of roof tiles are pretty fairly priced, too. The nice thing, by the way, I know it looks like I'm making a bit of a mess out of the construction site, and I definitely am, but once we finish building the property and repairing it, we actually, there's a nice service, after I send Winston, I'll show you guys. And we'll worry more about this later.
Yeah.
There's a nice spot where we can put everything, and it's actually up where Winston's heading. If you guys see this, it's for sale sign here. It's very, very crappy property. It's just some sheet metal fencing and stuff, and this little storage container. But we can store all of our construction materials here, and they'll actually automatically be hauled from here to there when we get tenants. So things actually get cleaned up pretty nicely. But let's start with these curved ones. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think, which is exactly how many we bought. So we're just going to take the whole pallet's worth and put these on. The roofing for now in the game, see how it's completely freeform. So you can place roof shingles however you want. This, you know, again, as I mentioned in an earlier video, I did in one playthrough redo the entire roof. And I'll tell you, the fact that literally the whole roof is completely freeform, things get a little wacky when you start doing that, because things get misaligned. In the new update, everything's going to be snapped to specific points, and I really think that's going to be an improvement. But anyways, I want to take these shingles off, so we're going to whack them with a hammer. And only because I want to be able to see where the timbers need to go, and we'll just chuck these. Those are perfectly good shingles, and they'll be fine. But I want to grab our timber boards, and I want to start putting them on. Ooh, be careful there. So, yeah, this system is what they're going to improve in the next update or so. You might have to, which is what I have to do sometimes, you know, the spacing between the boards, it can be kind of finicky. I mean, honestly, all of this is a little... as long as it... I mean, look, you just want to keep the water out, right? That's why we're building... That's why we're building a roof. And in my opinion, as long as I'm building something that pretty much keeps the water out and won't break the second a tenant moves in, we're fine. So let's get these. Should be the last board we need. Might be it's a little too big. It overlaps just a little bit, but that's fine. That's going to create a nice. Take this shingle off. Actually, we're going to create a nice tarred surface which we can work with. So now we're going to grab all those shingles we took off, and actually pretty much as many shingles as we can carry. And we're going to try and, well, shingles. Gonna die one of these times, I swear. Now we're going to try and line it up with the other shingles. Please don't OCD over this, because it's not going to be good. But we're just going to shingle. That's what we're doing. And this takes a little while, as you can probably tell. So, I will get a little bit more done. Let's try and finish up that little patch, and then the rest of the stray ones we can take care of at the start of the next episode. Next episode, probably, I'm thinking, maybe we'll try and get doors and windows in. That could be fun. It's always exciting to see the project coming along. And we really, now that this roof is going to be done, we're going to have most of the exterior, actually all of the exterior work done. And with that, we're going to be able to get into kind of the more customizable part of the game where you're working on the inside. Because, you can paint the walls, and we'll talk about, there's some things that aesthetically are very pleasing, but make it very hard to maintain the property. But anyways, for now, we're going to call that an episode. And I will see you guys next time. We're going to finish up this roof and then start working on the doors and windows. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.